Hi, Otis. He awaits me. He awaits me. Hello. Hi, Mr. Otis. Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to PDINA Royally Teachable Moments. I'm so glad you could join me today. Reminder, tickets are available. A few more are still left, and I'm not going to be in England until May 5th. Yes, I'll be there May 5th for the event. So if you want to see me give my talk, learn a little bit more about me and my story, come and join me and others for breakfast, selfies, get a copy of my book, have some fun with meeting other people who are subscribers to my channel, and to also win some nice coordination prizes. Join me at my event. I'll be in England. Hope to see you there. Info is in the description below. All right, let's get into it. What are we talking about today? Something I think is very serious. Something very serious needs to be discussed. And I have different things I'm going to be speaking about in the next several days. But this is one that I kind of had to just stop and just rewind and look a little bit deeper into the real problem at hand here that we're looking at. There's a very deep problem, and I think this is getting very serious, very serious. And most people have been wondering whether or not Harry and Meghan are going to attend the coronation. I've talked about this. I believe that they will. If anything, Harry will. Meghan is upset because of her popularity has really plummeted. She's desperate. She's in a position now where she is at a wit's end. And I think she can be very dangerous at this point because she is a narcissist. And at some point, being involved with someone that is a narcissist is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. And there's a lot of deception. It can get very deep, and it can cause some really bad things to happen. And I think, and I believe, because of how much this has been so talked about, and so many people are honing into something is wrong. Something is deeply wrong with what Meghan has done in this whole life that she has now with her husband, who is a part of the royal family, and what has happened with the king and his talks now about reparations and apologizing for things that have happened against people of color and how that is involved with the royal family. And you can see there's a tide that is shifting, there is changing. And Meghan, in this very dangerous state of her popularity being diminished, she is going to do whatever she can to maintain that and to reinvent herself and to win. Because this struggle has caused her such pain that she is going to be that fighter to win at any means necessary. This is going to be something that is going to not have a good final end for somebody within the royal fold. I speculated on what it could be. I, of course, don't know exactly what it will be. But there is something that is going to come out of this woman's vindictiveness, her malicious maligning of the royal family, what she has done to her husband. It is not going to lead to anything good. And this is why I want to talk to you today about the dangers of narcissism. Yes, I want to talk to you about that. When the narcissists become dangerous. Okay, we all know what happened with Bill Cosby and what he was accused of, what he was convicted of, and that he went to prison for these really horrible things to women. Okay, so this is an article by this lady, and I'm going to intertwine and weave in information about the similarities with Meghan. So recently at a dinner party, talk turned to the current news story about Bill Cosby. As the only psychologist at the table, everyone looked at me as one person asked with intense curiosity, how could anyone victimize women all those years and still live with himself? How could you sleep at night? Since I don't know Bill Cosby, I can't speak for him, nor do I if he is guilty of the accusations against him or not. But generally, in an actual situation like this, there is an answer to the question. The answer is one word: narcissism. In many ways, it seems like it would be fun to be a narcissistic person. Wouldn't it be great to go through the feeling superior to other people and with unwavering self-confidence? Yes. If you could just all the time be confident and just feel good all the time and never feel like, oh, I'm such a small, insignificant person. I mean, who wouldn't want to always feel this way, right? Who wouldn't want to always feel this way? But people that are narcissists, that's just within them. They're constantly feeling superior to other people. They don't waver. They always are the upper person in the room. And that's something to do with your psyche that makes you have this uber confidence of superiority towards other people. As we all know, there is a dark side to narcissism. The unwavering self-confidence is as brittle as an eggshell. Narcissists don't move back and forth to a continuum of self-esteem as the rest of us do. Instead, they run on the full tilt until something taps that protective shell of self-importance hard enough. Then they'll fall into a million pieces until that fragile, brittle cover lies a hidden pool of insecurity and pain. Deep down, the narcissist's deepest and most powerful fear is that he is a nothing. And this is what Meghan Markle is afraid of. She is afraid of being nothing. And this is why her determination to find someone like a Harry who could help elevate her stardom a lot quicker was something she went in with a vengeance, because she saw that she was in a dead end. She was still trying to get more publicity and higher status while she did get this show on Suits. It wasn't giving her the fulfillment of her celebrity status that she knew she had to get. She was getting closer, but at the same time, she was getting older. And she needed to find this sense of making it, achieving it. And what better way to get there a lot quicker than to snag a prince and couple it with what she had already been doing, her work that she had already been doing within the film industry, and use that to get her into the circle, the fold of someone like a Prince Harry. So with his brash, self-centered ways, the narcissist can hurt the people around him emotionally, and often his deepest fear is being exposed as nothing. So he will protect his own fragile shell above all else, even if sometimes emotionally harms the people he loves the most. We've seen how Meghan has harmed the people that she had in her life, who she supposedly loved the most. Her dad, who has done everything for her. He is essentially a lost cause for her now. She has no qualms about hurting this man. And to you and I, we see it and we're like, that is so wrong. That is wrong. Why are you treating your daddy like this? Like, we see it as being wrong. But for her, it's not a problem to just diss her dad like this because of the feelings of superiority that she has. Some narcissists need to do more than just protect their shell. Their need to be special is so great that they also need to feed it with accolades, acknowledgement, or their own personal version of specialness. And this is why we see all of the awards, how Meghan has connived her way into getting these awards. You cannot tell me that when she is nominated for an award or she is acknowledged about something that makes her great, it just came out of nowhere. Like people just saw her, was like, oh, okay, we should give her an award, and then she gets it. No, believe me, she's worked hard for it. She's contacted people. She is trying to work those connections to get any and every accolade that she's got. So for the people that look to Megan as being this great person and look at what all she's accomplished, she's so great, I just love her. The people that are saying this, you're being manipulated. You are being connived in believing that she is getting all of these accolades just because of her original or organic greatness. No, she's manipulated it to make you believe that she gets these awards and accolades on her own accord, which she doesn't. In my opinion, she does not. It is when narcissism becomes dangerous when this happens. The need to protect his inflated sense of self can make him desperate. Okay. Going back to Megan being really upset and distraught almost, as been talked about her decline in her branding, so to speak, here in the States. She is desperate right now. She is at this point the most dangerous because of how it's been reported and how people are actually perceiving her. Think about all the work that has gone into the Netflix, her book, show with Netflix, Pearl, the work she put into Harry's book, everything that they've been working on, trying to do, her podcast, has really not led to anything to make her superior and great. It has, if anything, hurt her in her branding. Look at what South Park has done. Look at the late night talk show hosts here in the States who she desperately wants to be on these shows. The need to feed a sense of specialness can drive this person to violate other boundaries. Yes, we've seen Megan look, she needs to feel like she's special. We look and see what she's done to the royal family. I would not be surprised if she would try to bring out things that she knows about that are secrets to keep herself as this special person. Most recently, it came out where, Megan, she kept a diary about everything that she did within the royal family, and that she does have secrets. She does have things that she is holding over the royals' heads that I think could be very embarrassing to the royals. I mean, imagine your family secrets being exposed to the world. Megan would have no qualms about that because of her vindictiveness, her desire for greatness, to be special. This is what makes her very dangerous. Lack of empathy for others can make this person incapable of seeing when they hurt others. She has even bullied her staff. She's bullied Charlotte. She has treated her own family with cruelty. She has no qualms for not showing any care in the world for people in her own life. That is another trait. And then lastly, the belief that they can be special and make it easy for them to rationalize their actions. Look at the claims that she puts on race. This is why she wanted to use race as a way to rationalize the things that she has caused towards the royal family. She took something that never really she suffered from, but she knew she could use, and she used it to rationalize leaving the royal family, to rationalize what they did to her, or her not even being a special person. She can make sense of it by holding on to being a victim of racism. So there's a definite sense of wanting to hold on to something, to be a victim, so that it can help her rationalize the things that she has done. And she feels like she can use race because it's something that a lot of people, especially here in America, can relate to. And a lot of people of color, not all, but a lot of them that support her will fall in line with this and be like, yes, I get it. That girl, she suffered racism, because they themselves know what it's like. The problem becomes is Harry is not someone that is realizing that he's married a narcissist. My opinion. I don't think he's realized it. He won't realize it until his relationship or his marriage is actually dwindled away. which we all know it's going to come. There are talks now of Meghan wanting to bring back the TIG once she has this and her own stream of revenue, of income earnings. Her celebrity status is already, or her infamous status has already been validated by her marriage to this man. Does she really still need him anymore? Can she dispose of him and release his family secrets? She has the children. She's got a guaranteed paycheck with the 2 children. There are things that this woman has been able to accomplish, that this is a very dangerous time right now for Harry and for the royal family, because she is going to do something to maintain her own specialness, her own identity, to keep her superiority. She's desperate. She's falling apart. She is at a loss for what to do next. What will she do now? I think this is a very, very dangerous time for the royal family and for Harry, and even for the children of Harry and Meghan. For us to talk about, just makes it so intriguing for us to even speak about it, is that these are things that are not playing behind the walls of a family that we don't know. It is playing on a world stage before us in a famous family, the royal family. The goal now here is to see how the royal family is going to deal with this narcissist. And the only thing that you really can do to smack down a narcissist is to have consequences. There have to be consequences, but as we've seen, they have yet to really give consequences to Harry and Meghan. They seem to be able to do whatever they want to do. Unless, of course, during the coronation, the demands that Harry and Meghan have made are not met. We know that they made demands for the royal family to do certain things for them during the coronation, acknowledge Harry's or Archie's birthday, to be on the balcony, to be amongst the other senior royals, to not be hidden away, but to be on the forefront, to have their own media person have access to pictures and to taking photos. Like, there are demands that they have made. And they wanted to say that if they don't have these demands made, if they don't even have the apology from the royals from what they have done to Harry and Meghan, that they're not going to come and that there are going to be consequences. Or how will the royal family now make these consequences for Harry and Meghan? How will they make this happen? Will they? Is the question. Will they? Well, I think King Charles is going to lean more on the side of not falling into their demands. But if they don't, and when the king decides not to give them what they want, what will this desperate person, Meghan, do then? Considering her current brand and how she has essentially diminished her popularity in the eyes of the American people now. And then couple that with what Charles will do for the coronation. I just can't imagine that this is going to end in a good way when you have someone that has such serious narcissistic traits. And that's my opinion. I believe Meghan is a very dangerous narcissistic type of person that is going to do things to really embolden and empower her own self, because she's very desperate to do it. What will Meghan then do? She's got some things in her arsenal. She's got some things that she could do. But the question is now, what will happen when she actually does it?